first we should give a look to the presentation, then we will move forward towards the workbench in VLabs. So I am going to share my screen. Is this visible to all?
Yes.
So the today's session is all about determination of equilibrium constant, and we will start the session with the basic concept of equilibrium. So we will understand the concept of equilibrium. What is equilibrium? Equilibrium actually represents the state of process in which the properties like temperature, pressure, concentration of the system do not show any change with the passage of time. That means there are variable factors like PVT and concentration, but they do not show any change. Actually, equilibrium is one such state which applies not only to chemical reaction, but also applies to physical changes as well. That means ice and water, the most common physical example, physical change, ice to water are in equilibrium at 0 degrees Celsius and atmospheric pressure. And we can say in all process which attain equilibrium, there are two opposing processes, one in the forward direction and other in the backward direction. So when we talk about equilibrium, we say equilibrium is attained when the rate of the two processes becomes equal. That is, the rate of forward reaction and the rate of backward reaction becomes equal, and they take place at an equal rate, which means that if we take reactants and products, then we say the mixture of reactant and product at equilibrium is called equilibrium mixture. So we conclude that the equilibrium state is a one such state when rate of formation of product in a process is in competition with rate of formation of reactant, because actually what is happening around, reactants are getting converted into products. So we name the state as equilibrium state. Equilibrium in physical process, we can see solid to liquid to gas, that is H2O, which is in solid state, gets converted into H2O liquid, and then it gets converted into H2O vapor. This happens with different passage of time and at different temperatures. But when we call chemical equilibrium, we say chemical equilibrium is a state of reversible reaction when two opposing reactions occur at the same rate. And this governs the Le-Chatelier's principle. We will talk later about it. At that time, concentration of reactants and products do not change with time at equilibrium. We say that equilibrium is one such state when the concentration doesn't change. Half of the reactant is getting converted into products, and that half of the product is again getting converted into reactant. But one stage reaches around which conforms equilibrium when both the concentration of reactant and product do not change with time. So when we talk about chemical equilibrium equations, then we'll see the image, and Kc is the equilibrium constant when normal reaction AA plus BB gives to Cc plus DD. There is smaller A, B, C, D are the coefficients or the variables which are called as stoichiometric coefficients, and capitals are the reactants and products as well. So when we talk about a forward reaction, then we will calculate Kc. And when we will talk about reverse or backward reaction, we will calculate K dash C. So for the forward reaction, there is an equilibrium constant Kc. And for the backward reaction, there is an equilibrium constant K dash C, which is the reciprocal of the first one. So we can relate with the relation, that is Kc is equal to 1 upon Kc in terms of backward reaction, because the same reaction is moving backwards. But when we see the expression and values, we see this expression and value of equilibrium constant for a reaction. In this term, expression for K depends upon the equation, which is variable. Equation can be of two reactants combining together to get two or more than two products. Equation can be of one reactant breaking down into giving two or more products. So the value of K applies to that equation. It does not depend on how the reaction occurs. That is, how fast or how moderate or how slow the reaction. It applies only to that equation. And the concentrations are used to calculate the value of K and are those measured at equilibrium. So next, when we talk about the relationship between chemical equation and the expression of equilibrium constants, the expression of equilibrium constant depends on how the equilibrium equation is written. For example, if we talk about H2 plus I2 giving 2HI, then Kc is written as HI जो प्रोडक्ट के अंदर है और उसका स्क्वायर करेंगे और रिएक्टेंट जो कि H2 और I2 है. अगर इसी के रिवर्स रिएक्शन के बारे में बात करें तो वो रिएक्टेंट बाद में प्रोडक्ट बन जाएगा और जो प्रोडक्ट था फर्स्ट वाले में वो रिएक्टेंट बन जाएगा एंड देन विल गेट द ओवरऑल रिएक्शन एज K डबल डैश C अंडर रूट H2I2 अपॉन HI का स्क्वायर जो कि इक्वल होगा 1 अपॉन रूट अंडर Kc के. दिस इज अ मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट इक्वेशन विच वी always use in solving the numericals. And then we move towards homogeneous and heterogeneous equilibria. Homogeneous means which have the same composition throughout the mixture, whereas heterogeneous consists of different composition of mixtures or constituents. So when we talk about homogeneous equilibria, we say CH4, that is methane, a hydrocarbon, first one, alkane, reacts with H2O and then it forms a irreversible gas, that is carbon monoxide. But the overall reaction is reversible because the reactants or products follow the law of conservation of mass and definite proportions. And then after that, this CO, which is obtained from CH4, is again treated with H2O. Then it gives CO2 plus H2. So we say when we talk about redox reaction, then we have heard of syngas or water gas, which is a combination of carbon monoxide and hydrogen. Here we get CO2 plus H2. So most often we get confused about that gas, but this is not that. CO2 gas and H2 gas both are different. And when we talk about heterogeneous equilibria, then we can say one is a decomposition reaction of calcium carbonate, which breaks down into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. You see, calcium carbonate is limestone, which is in solid state, and it is a reversible reaction in which it is getting converted into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. But we have to heat this calcium carbonate so that it breaks down. So when we talk about such type of reaction in which heat is evolved, which is exothermic, and which is in which heat is absorbed, which is endothermic, we say this reaction is actually endothermic because we are giving heat and then heat is getting absorbed by the limestone, calcium carbonate, and then it breaks down into calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Usually we say that whenever CO2 is evolved in any chemical reaction, then heat is also evolved, and as a result, it is an exothermic reaction. But here, not that case happens. So it is a important chemical equation and reaction which we all use to consider in endothermic reaction. Next one is HF, which is an aqueous state. HF is one such acid, hydrofluorous acid, which reacts with glass. We keep the acids in glass bottles so that it doesn't corrode and other reactions do not occur. But what if one such acid reacts with glass? Then we will keep this acid in strong plastic bottles so that it will not react with that plastic one and it doesn't get dissolved in it. So HF is one such exceptional acid which is kept in hard plastic bottles. And it reacts with H2O, which gives a hydronium ion, H3O plus fluoride minus ion. Same is the case with PbCl2 solid, which precipitates down, and as a result, it breaks down into Pb2 plus ion and 2Cl minus ions. So these are different types of ionic and normal chemical equations which we consider in homogeneous and heterogeneous equilibria. But what we have to introduce that we have to consider the case of cobalt chloride in today's lab. And when we consider about the case of cobalt chloride, we see this is a reversible reaction in which cobalt chloride, that is CoCl2, which is in anhydrous state, a blue powdered solid, and when water of crystallization combines with it, it gets pink. That means on the product side, CoCl2 plus 6H2O, which is hydrated, which is having a water of crystallization, it is pink in color. That means one such reaction involves the conversion of anhydrous CuCl2 into hydrated CuCl2.6H2O. This we will discuss in question session when we talk about sodium carbonate. When sodium carbonate combines with 10 moles of H2O, then it gets hydrated. That is what we call washing soda. सो हाइड्रेटेड पिंक में जो .6H2O दिख रहा है, ये .6H2O वाटर ऑफ क्रिस्टलाइजेशन है, जो कि अलग अलग मॉइस्चर कंटेनिंग इन्वायरमेंट में अलग अलग होता है, बट द फॉर्मूला इज CuCl2.6H2O. सो एक स्टैंडर्ड कंडीशन में इसको पिंक माना गया है. अदरवाइज अगर मॉइस्चर चेंज होता है तो ये .6H2O कंबाइन करने वाला जो वाटर मॉलिक्यूल है वो भी ज्यादा या कम हो सकता है. बट वी गेट द सुटेबल एग्जाम्पल फॉर स्टडी often involve a color change, क्योंकि हमने बहुत बचपन में पढ़ा था दैट फिजिकल चेंज, केमिकल चेंज में केमिकल चेंज के अंदर जो विजिबल फैक्टर्स हैं उनमें कलर चेंज इज वन ऑफ द थिंग एंड अदर थिंग्स आर आल्सो हैपनिंग अराउंड. सो इन द रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन हम ये कह सकते हैं, व्हाट इज द रिवर्सिबल रिएक्शन व्हिच कैन गो बोथ इन फॉरवर्ड एंड बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन. So we can take an activity or we can take an acid and react with it alcohol so that we get ester. This is also in 10th class जब हम एक ethyl alcohol को acetic acid के साथ react कराते हैं तो acetic ester बनता है और such reaction is condensation reaction. और जब यही ester वापस टूटता है in the backward direction, then we get acid plus alcohol. This is called hydrolysis, जो हम organic chemistry में काफी टाइम करते हैं. तो हाइड्रोलाइसिस के अंदर में हमें वाटर सप्लाई देना होता है जिसके अंदर ये एसिड डिसोसिएट होता है और अल्कोहल भी डिसोसिएट होता है. और आप सोच रहे होंगे कि ये एसिड और अल्कोहल जो है उसके अंदर डिसोसिएशन कितना होना चाहिए, मतलब हर एसिड और हर अल्कोहल अपने अपने अमाउंट में डिसोसिएट कैसे होता है. वी कंक्लूड विद acid divides it into two parts, which is strong acid and weak acid. Also, dissociation of acid also divides it in two parts, that is strong and weak, depending upon the degree of dissociation. जिसकी डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन जितनी ज्यादा है और अप्रॉक्स 90 to 100% है, दैट इज अ स्ट्रॉन्ग एसिड. बट जो पूरी तरह से डिसोसिएट नहीं हो पाता है वो एक वीक एसिड है. एंड दैट सेम गोज विद द बेसिस. सो अगर हम एसिड बेस रिएक्शन में देख रहे हैं कुछ भी, तो हमें डिग्री ऑफ डिसोसिएशन को ध्यान में रखना.
एक मिनट अमित, ये स्लाइड चेंज नहीं हुई है शायद. ये अभी कोबाल्ट क्लोराइड वाली स्लाइड दिख रही है. यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट ऑर्गेनिक. हाँ, नाउ इट इज फाइन. यस.
ओके. So we can get the concept of equilibrium. We have two scenario. One is a piece of cobalt chloride paper जो कि hot oven से निकाला गया है, और तो सिनेरियो 2 में कोबाल्ट क्लोराइड पेपर है वो वेट टॉवल से निकाला गया. तो दोनों के अंदर टेम्परेचर का चेंज. तो सिनेरियो 1 जो कि गर्म ओवन से निकाला गया है, इट इज वेरी ब्लू एंड वी कैन एज्यूम दैट इट हैज 100% एनहाइड्रस CuCl2. इसमें वाटर कंटेंट नहीं है. तो अगर कोबाल्ट क्लोराइड में वाटर कंटेंट नहीं है तो वो ब्लू कलर का है. अगर कोबाल्ट क्लोराइड में हाइड्रेटेड वाटर कंटेंट है 6H2 है तो वो पिंक कलर का है. तो हम ये कह सकते हैं इन द सिनेरियो 1 क्वाइट क्विकली जब वाटर मॉलिक्यूल्स एयर से रिएक्ट करते हैं और वो एयर के मॉलिक्यूल्स CuCl2 से रिएक्ट करते हैं, देन इट गेट्स क्विकली कन्वर्टेड इनटू CuCl2.6H2O. However, this is a reversible reaction, but कुछ हाइड्रेटेड CuCl2 जो बने that will lose water also. At this stage एक बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन भी होगी, बट दैट विल बी वेरी स्लो, क्योंकि जिस रेट से वाटर मॉलिक्यूल ऐड होते हैं उसी रेट से वाटर मॉलिक्यूल इवेपोरेट नहीं हो रहे हैं बिकॉज टेम्परेचर का फर्क है. So as time passes, there will be less water in the air around and the paper, so the rate at which the CuCl2 hydrates will drop. So जब रेट ड्रॉप होगी तो ये रिएक्शन जो है वो बैलेंस होने लग जाएगा और एक स्टेज पर हम पहुंचेंगे when we get the equilibrium. At this stage we see paper will still be getting less blue and more pink. और इस टाइम पर इवेंचुअली हम कह पाएंगे कि रेट ऑफ फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन इज इक्वल टू द रेट ऑफ बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन. सो हम ये कह सकते हैं कि पेपर जो होगा अब वो चेंज नहीं करेगा. दैट मीन्स इक्विलिब्रियम इज रीच्ड. इसका मतलब हमने ये देखा कि धीरे धीरे कलर चेंज हुआ और वो कलर चेंज होते होते एक ऐसे स्टेज पे पहुंच गया जब और कोई चेंज नजर नहीं आ रहा. तो उस टाइम पर जब और कोई चेंज नजर ना आए then we have achieved the equilibrium. Same goes with the scenario 2. Now we get to the Le-Chatelier's principle, जो ये कहता है कि when system starts at equilibrium, a change or stress is made and that reverts it. That means कि अगर हम concentration, volume, pressure, temperature या catalyst में change करेंगे तो सिस्टम उसको रिस्पॉन्ड वैसे करेगा कि वो वापस इक्विलिब्रियम को स्टोर कर ले, विच मीन्स कि अगर हमारे नेचर में कोई चेंज आ रहा है या कोई ऐसी पैंडेमिक बीमारी आई है, देन वी विल स्टार्ट टू चेंज एंड गेट बैक टू द नॉर्मल लाइफ. तो हम ये कोशिश कर रहे हैं एंड सेम वे इक्विलिब्रियम भी करता है. दिस इज द इक्विलिब्रियम कि अगर कहीं पर भी कोई चेंज आता है और वो अच्छा है या बुरा है, तो कैसा भी चेंज है वो वापस इक्विलिब्रियम रिस्टोर करने की कोशिश करेगा. So we say Le-Chatelier principle states that whenever a change is applied to a system, the system responds to it by shifting the reactant or product side either to restore the equilibrium. तो अगर सिस्टम में फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन की तरफ चेंज आया है तो वो पीछे की ओर आएगा, और अगर रिएक्शन में बैकवर्ड रिएक्शन के लिए बैकवर्ड डायरेक्शन में चेंज आया तो वो आगे की ओर जाएगा. वी कैन डू दैट बाय एडिंग अ कैटलिस्ट, क्योंकि कैटलिस्ट सिस्टम के अंदर एनर्जी ऑफ एक्टिवेशन को बढ़ा देता है या घटा देता है डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द नेचर ऑफ कैटलिस्ट, बट वो प्रोडक्ट के रिएक्टेंट साइड में नजर नहीं आएगा. सो कैटलिस्ट वाले एग्जांपल में वी कैन कंसीडर द रिएक्शन ऑफ N2 plus 3H2 which gives NH3. मैन्युफैक्चर ऑफ अमोनिया जब 400 डिग्री सेल्सियस पे होता है तो वो स्लो रिएक्शन होता है, बट जब वो 773 डिग्री रिएक्शन फास्ट हो जाता है इन द प्रेजेंस ऑफ आयरन एंड मोलिब्डेनम. सो अगर हम टेम्परेचर चेंज करते हैं, देन this is the only factor that can change the value of K, which is equilibrium constant. So we can say अगर हम टेम्परेचर को बढ़ा देते हैं, if we increase the temperature, then exothermic reaction में K decrease हो जाता है और endothermic reaction में K increase हो जाता है, क्योंकि उसमें heat absorb हो रही थी. और अगर हम इसको डिक्रीज कर देते हैं तो एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन के अंदर K इंक्रीज हो जाएगा और एंडोथर्मिक रिएक्शन के अंदर K डिक्रीज हो जाएगा. लेकिन अगर हम टेम्परेचर का इफेक्ट देखें इक्विलिब्रियम पे तो हम ये कहेंगे कि द इफेक्ट ऑफ टेम्परेचर ऑन इक्विलिब्रियम गोज विद द सेम अमोनिया, मैन्युफैक्चर ऑफ अमोनिया. ये एक कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शन है जिसमें कि N2 और 3H2 मिलके 2NH3 बना रहे हैं, और इसी कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शन में अमोनिया का मैन्युफैक्चर हो रहा है. और ऐसे कॉम्बिनेशन रिएक्शन जिसमें किसी चीज का मैन्युफैक्चर होता है उसे हम सिंथेसिस रिएक्शन भी बोलते हैं, and that delta H value is minus 92 किलोजूल. तो अगर माइनस की वैल्यू दी हुई है तो ये कुछ इम्प्लाई कर रही है, और ये क्या इम्प्लाई कर रही है? We can say that the forward reaction produces heat, that is heat is a product. तो heat evolve हुई है. When heat is added to increase the temperature, reverse reaction will take place to absorb the heat. मतलब अगर हम टेम्परेचर को बढ़ाने के लिए हीट ऐड करते हैं तो रिवर्स रिएक्शन होगी, क्योंकि तब इक्विलिब्रियम डिस्टर्ब होगा. अगर हीट रिमूव करते हैं टेम्परेचर को कम करने के लिए तो एक फॉरवर्ड रिएक्शन होगी जो कि हीट इवॉल्व करेगी, क्योंकि फिर भी अगर हम हीट कम करेंगे तो भी इक्विलिब्रियम डिस्टर्ब होगा पीछे की तरफ, तो रिएक्शन आगे जाएगी. तो हम कह सकते हैं इस वजह से कि एक्सोथर्मिक रिएक्शन फेवर लो टेम्परेचर कंडीशन, क्योंकि अगर टेम्परेचर को बढ़ा दिया तो के की वैल्यू बढ़ जाएगी. जस्ट पिछले स्लाइड्स में देखा हमने. तो डेल्टा एच की वैल्यू -92, मतलब अगर माइनस की वैल्यू आ रही है दैट इज हीट इज प्रोड्यूस्ड. सो वी कैन से दिस इज वन सच क्लासिक एग्जांपल ऑफ अ केमिकल रिएक्शन व्हिच इज रिवर्सिबल इन नेचर, क्योंकि फर्स्ट हमको ये बताया जाता है कि फिजिकल चेंज रिवर्सिबल होते हैं और केमिकल चेंज इरिवर्सिबल, बट दिस इज नॉट ऑलवेज ट्रू. द केमिकल रिएक्शन हियर इज रिवर्सिबल एंड द कंडीशंस आर मेंशन्ड बिलो. नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू effect of temperature on equilibrium. Other example we take is CH4 plus H2O, which will give us CO plus 3H2. Now the delta H value is plus 205 kilojoule. That means it is an endothermic reaction. तो दो cases बनते हैं. One is when delta H value is minus, then it is an example of exothermic reaction. जब delta H की value positive है, then it is an endothermic reaction. So if we add heat, then we will increase the temperature and it will cause a net forward reaction. But if we remove the heat to reduce the temperature, it will cause a net reverse reaction. So we say endothermic reaction favor high temperature condition. Now, if we combine some chemical equations together, then we will see this result. Combining the Gibbs free energy change and equilibrium equation, we say K equals to E to the power minus delta G upon RT. Delta G from thermodynamics in the spontaneous reaction gives the negative value. So we can say delta G is equals to delta H minus T delta S. This comes from Maxwell's relations. And delta H और T delta S को अलग अलग करने पर we get the value minus delta H upon RT plus delta S, which is the entropy change. और T cancel out हो गए. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि entropy यहाँ पर temperature dependent नहीं है, which means or which implies जो enthalpy term है, which is delta H, is the term which is temperature dependent. So we conclude with the very important reaction जो कि बाद में आपके बहुत काम आएगा. This is the KT, which is directly proportional to e to the power minus delta H plus upon RT. Sorry. So we can say that this is the effect of change in temperature on equilibrium. Now moving forward towards the effect of change in concentration. We again take the same reaction N2 plus 3H2 gives to 2NH3. We are having only two examples of reactions so that it will be easier to understand. Kc here is NH3 upon whole square upon N2 plus H2 ka whole cube. If N2 or H2 is increased, then the reaction quotient QC will be less than Kc, and then a net forward reaction will occur to reach new equilibrium position. But if NH3 is increased on the product side, then reaction quotient will be greater than equilibrium constant, and a net reverse reaction will occur to come to the new equilibrium position. We have discussed about the exothermic and endothermic reaction. Now we are, because we see QC and Kc are the two important factors which determine the net forward or net backward reactions. So this change in concentration implies that when a forward reaction will occur, then QC will be smaller than Kc. And when a backward reaction will occur, then QC will be greater than Kc. And we can say when equilibrium is established, then QC is equal to Kc. And we rest our statement here that effect of concentration and effect of temperature is a valuable change. So we will now move towards the VLab. For till now we have completed the theory part, and then we are going to do the lab part. So if there are any questions, we will consider in the last time. Now we move towards the VLabs part. So we will load the homework and then select the chemical equilibrium part. We have to do Cobalt lab, the problem description. The problem descriptions is all about Lee-Chatelier principle. And we have to see what happens here, because we have to gain an understanding of Lee-Chatelier principle through this observation of effect of induced perturbation on equilibrium in cobalt 2 complexes. So we say chemical equilibrium is a state of reversible reaction when two opposing reactions occur at the same rate. We see whenever this is a CO H2O6 plus 2, it is pink in color because it has water of crystallization in it. But after the reaction occurs on the product side, COCl4 minus 2, it is in blue in color. And we will calculate, or we will assemble this in the color of solution is pink due to the presence of hexa-aqua cobalt 2 complex. So we have our new workbench. In this workbench, we have different types of things. So what we do is rename this workbench as equilibrium, and then we have to select different types of things. So first, what we have to do is to select different types of beakers. So we'll select 1m COCl2 and 25 ml pipettes. Twelve HCl, and then we will go through the water part. And then we will have 250 ml beaker. You have to select Erlenmeyer flask. 5 ml pipette. And these are things which we can rename or we can assign in different types, but we can do also in the same way where it is happening around. Now we will take a flask and then rename it A, and then we can have a 50 ml burette. And we take some water. On the part we can have 50 ml of sorry. We have now 50 ml water in our burette. Now transfer amount, we can click on pour, and then this we have taken 50 ml in this. Now what we have to do, we have to transfer this in A. And then we have to take some COCl2 and HCl. Then what we will do, flask A, we have to take the total volume and see the different changes in the right hand side. I don't know why it's not coming. Seven ml. We put it down in this 7 ml. Now we see the color is pink. COCl2 here. We have transferred COCl2 and then we will transfer HCl in this. Eight ml of HCl in the burette, and then we will transfer this in the A mesh. Now after some time we will see the change in color, or we have to constantly look at the pH meter. So we have to add some more 3 ml HCl in flask A, and then we have to increase it till 43 ml volume. That means we have once a solution which will have 43 ml total volume. So what we have to do is to add some other substances. 50 ml burette. We'll calculate some HCl. Again, 7 ml. We have to repeat this till the solution A becomes blue. Now we see the color changes gradually, and the calculation of equilibrium constant is based upon the equilibrium constant equations, and values of equilibrium constant for 15, 18, and 23 ml of hydrochloric acid should be recorded, and then COH2 whole 6, and then Cl minus. Then after, we will see the value of Kc that must come out to be 2.84 into 10 to the power minus 3. And this is a average value. We can have a 2.85, we can have 2.83, we can have 2.86, but the average of the all values will come out to be 2.84 into 10 to the power minus 3, and the color change will happen in the flask A. So after adding some other 12 ml HCl, we are increasing the volume in A, and we are considering the change of this flask, so that A, in which CuCl2 plus HCl is going around, changes its color from pink to blue. What we have to calculate, we have to calculate the change in color. So we will follow the principle, and for that, for endothermic reaction, rate of forward reaction increases with the increase in temperature, which we have heard in Le Chatelier's principle. So we will keep on doing that. And after increasing the volume of the flask A, we see that the color gradually changes from red to pink, pink to blue, and then we'll take another 12 ml. And we have to set the temperature at 25 degrees Celsius, and then we will see the 12 ml solution, which will have 34 ml volume. We have poured almost 43 ml of it. And we see the color gradually changes from pink to blue. And then Kc at 35 degrees Celsius will come out to be 9.65 into 10 to the power minus 3. But Kc at 25 degrees Celsius will come out to be 2.85 into 10 to the power minus 3. These are the values which we'll have to record in our observation table while doing the experiment. Now we will take some 5 ml pipette and 6 ml HNO3. 5 ml pipette and HNO3. Or we can have 25 ml pipette also. So this 6 MHNO3 and this 25 ml pipette, 6 ml we can calculate from this. Sorry. We draw 6 ml and then pour it into the flask A. Now, what we will have to do, we will have to withdraw 25 ml of silver nitrate into the 25 ml pipette, and then we will 25 ml withdraw करने के बाद overflow. So we can say we will add 5 ml from the silver nitrate solution. So we have the flask which is full. So we have to pour this in flask A. 25 ml. We can pour it in basket. Now we see the color changes gradually, and then there is a precipitate which is forming. And after withdrawing 25 ml of silver nitrate from this, when we put it in flask A, we see the change in color of the solution. And then again, 5 in the transfer input bar, we can say we can have 5 ml of 6-MHNO3 and pour it in A, and we'll keep on doing so. Temperature will increase. This will increase the temperature. So after some time, we will see that as we add silver nitrate to flask A, the temperature increases gradually, which we have seen in the video. And then finally, we will conclude with that the solution which we prepared by adding 25 ml and 23 ml of HCl, we add 40 ml of water in 10 ml increments, and then we will see.
हाँ ज्वाइन करे लगता है कि